You are tuned in to the Total Makeover program series with the amazing, phenomenal, and empowering health coach of the highest caliber, Remy.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 5th episode of the TMP series for healthy, happy and better living. My name is Remy Owadokun and I am a certified health coach and weight loss expert. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can keep going during your weight loss journey. I know that all of us want to know how we can keep going when it gets tough, how we can keep going when we don't have that high morale. How do we keep going? How do we keep going? How do we keep going? But before I mention that one thing I feel would definitely play a huge role on your journey, I need to talk about some of the things that might be hindering you from actually having a better experience. Most of us set really high goals. And there's nothing wrong with setting high goals. We set high goals, we start the year all pumped up, all energized, all optimistic and saying, I'm going to lose 20 kg, I'm going to lose 30, I'm going to lose 40, I'm going to lose 50. Sometimes it means I'm going to get abs. It's different things for different people. And it's like the 7th month already of the year and you've lost like only 5 kg. And all you can focus on, all you can think about is how much or how far away you are from the goal that you had initially set for yourself. All you can focus on is all the things that you are yet to accomplish. All you can focus on is how you're still unable to overcome certain hurdles. And the more you think about these things that you're yet to accomplish, the more demoralized you feel, the more disempowered you feel, the more you don't feel like going any further on your journey. A lot of us start saying, I wanted to wear this dress for my birthday and my birthday's passed and I still can't fit into that dress. And most of us end up feeling very bad, and that doesn't usually help us to actually keep going on our weight loss journey. So what is that one thing that I recommend that you do? What is that one thing that you can do right now to actually feel better and feel empowered and encouraged to actually keep going? The weight loss journey is already very difficult. The last thing you need is something to make you feel worse about yourself. And one of the ways to feel worse about yourself, one of the ways to not keep going is by actually being ungrateful. Yeah, just that, being ungrateful. And one of the things that can help you to keep going on your journey is actually having the attitude of gratitude. So yes, I know that you didn't meet your goal, you wanted to lose 20 kg, you've only lost 5 kg, and you wanted to work out every day, but you've really worked out 5 times a week. Everybody else who set the same goals with you as you have gone ahead and crushed it, and you're still where you are. First of all, before I just even go into the main topic, I'd like to recommend that you do not compare yourself with other people. One of the biggest reasons why you don't want to do that is because you actually don't know the complete story. You don't know, you just know what they tell you or what you see on Instagram. You don't know the things that they have to go through. Some of them have more time than you. Some of them are actually more financially equipped than you are. They can afford a personal trainer. They can afford to go to the gym. They can afford a health coach. And you can't. So you shouldn't be comparing yourself. Maybe they have more time on their hands. Maybe they have like 4 hours a day to work out and you have only 30 minutes. So don't compare yourself with any other person. You are on your own journey. So how does gratitude help you to keep going? Do you remember the last time where you were disappointed about a project? Maybe you had like a deadline to meet and you didn't meet it. Maybe you were dependent on people to get back to you and they didn't. Do you remember how you felt? Do you remember how disempowered you felt, how discouraged you felt, how unwilling to move forward you felt? Do you remember how that experience, that feeling colored your outlook on life? Do you remember? Well, I remember. Do you remember the last time where you actually felt grateful about the things that were going on in your life? You felt grateful to be alive. You felt grateful despite how anything turned out, or if it turned out good, you were really, really grateful. Do you remember how that felt? Do you remember how relieved you felt, how empowered and encouraged you felt? I don't know anybody who has had a wave of gratitude who did not feel gingered or empowered to do more. I don't know of anybody. Usually when you just list your blessings, you feel a whole lot better. So imagine if you, instead of saying, I didn't meet my 20 kg goal, I didn't fit in that dress, I couldn't work out as much as I could have. Imagine how you would feel. Now imagine how you would feel if you said, you know what, I started this year drinking a bottle of soda every day, but now I can actually take 1 bottle of soda a week. I started this year not being able to stand the taste of water, but now I can't go an hour without water. Imagine I started the year eating late at night, but now I no longer eat late at night. I started the year craving all kinds of sugars and not able to resist them, but now I can. I started the year going to buffets and eating at least 5 rounds so that my money can count, to going to a buffet and just eating 1 healthy portion. Imagine how you would feel. Imagine how you would feel. Like you wake up the next day feeling like a superstar. Imagine how you would feel if you said, you know what, I only worked out 5 times this month, but in the last 2 years I haven't even worked out at all. I didn't even do any form of workout. I mean, five times a month is a huge deal compared to where you're coming from. I mean, it's still a far cry from where you want to go to, but if you want to keep going, you have to focus on all the things that you've done right. I mean, if you can even afford to buy a skipping rope that you could not afford to buy before, it's something to be grateful about. If you can now afford to buy healthier meals, it's something to be grateful for. For you to be able to sit with friends and family and eat something different from everybody else, that is something to be grateful for. If you're able to cook other meals apart from what you're supposed to be eating and not taste, we say one taste a little and we end up eating an entire portion. If you're able to overcome that, that is a big deal. If you can go to the cinema now and say no to the free popcorn and soda, that is a huge deal. We need to understand that it takes 21 years to be 21. And sometimes we're actually on the right path, but we have unrealistic goals when it comes to our deadlines. We have unrealistic expectations. Like we want to start doing something about the things we need to change and we expect the change immediately. You want to plant a seed right now and you want to wake up the next day and see that it has germinated. Some things take time. Everything is a process. I mean, life is a process, growth is a process. Sowing something and expecting to reap results is a process. So you're not going to work out today from morning to night and sweat and toil and expect that the next morning you're going to lose any form of weight. It takes time. So you need to understand that overcoming an addiction, changing a lifestyle, sometimes 180 degrees, is a huge deal, and it's not going to happen overnight. I always tell people when they tell me, Remy, I mean, the meal plan looks great, but I don't think I can eat this. I don't like to eat that. And I tell them, give that space, give that time for acquired taste. Acquired taste means that taste is acquired, and it also means that there's an acquisition involved. An acquisition takes time. All of these things take time. You need to give yourself a break. You need to tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to be doing this consistently over a period of time. And I know that I need to do this for maybe a year, 2 years, 6 months, 3 months, 2 weeks, whatever, depending on who it is. And it's actually going to take time for me to actually start seeing the difference. And the only way that you can look at yourself and say things like that in an optimistic way is if you're being grateful for how far you've come and being optimistic about where you're going to. You can only be optimistic about where you're going to if you're grateful for where you are. It doesn't happen the other way around. So if there's one thing you need to do, and there's one thing a habit that you need to cultivate if you want to keep going on your weight loss journey, is you want to be grateful. Now, I'm talking about people who are actually doing something. I am not referring to people who have been making plans to lose weight and haven't even started. I'm talking about people who had plans, who have started, who have accomplished something, even though it's not anywhere close to where they hope they will be by this time of the year. And of course, you still have enough time at the end of the year. You want to keep going, you want to remain consistent, you want to get support, and you want to just keep going every day, keep going, and you can turn to a habit. The gratitude will become a habit, and hopefully the healthy lifestyle will be a habit too. So I hope that this video helps you. I hope that it gives you a better perspective of how to approach your weight loss journey. And yeah, I hope you had a good time, because I did have a good time. So until next time, I'm going to have to ask you to stay healthy.
You are tuned in to the Total Makeover Program series with the amazing, phenomenal, and empowering health coach of the highest caliber, Remy.
Slick City Empire.